There we go. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. We had tornadoes the other night, and I think the storm is messing with my stuff. Okay, but that did work. So, okay, here we go. So I can X to action. Okay, so one thing I have to do is I need to make sure that I'm also outputting the action I want to do. I've also got crackers, so I'm gonna eat crackers here. So internet goes out, I get some crackers. It's the rules. All right. So let's see. Hopefully not too much crunch. All right, so a couple things I need to change here. Oh, shoot. There we go. There you go. So a couple things I need to change here real quick. I need to make sure I am setting input dot text equals input. And I'm also going to do this. I think I'm going to go export input label node. So what I'm doing here is just telling it, I'm going to tell it what these nodes are. Export variable, and this would be action label node. And the last one is export variable button icon node. I'm already using button icon. Button node. Node. Okay. And this is going to be button icon input action. And pretty easy. I just have to drag them on. Alrighty. There we go. Hey, Francisco. Welcome back. Yeah. my internet went out. We had some bad tornadoes. I live in Oklahoma. We had some bad tornadoes the other night, and so our internet's been a little bit messed up. It hasn't been too bad, but it hasn't been all that great. So, sorry. We're back. Also eating some crackers, so apologize about that. All right. Just cleaning up a little bit of code here, making this a little bit easier to manage. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. And then I'll have action label dot text equals action text. Okay. So now what I can do is I can run that. Again, it's going to just show up at the bottom, but I just want to make sure that text is updating. And then all I have to do is really call this function. So what I'll do is I'll send a signal, right? I'll send a signal from probably the animation player. Maybe I'll figure out where I want to send a signal to. I'll send a signal over to this node to tell it which actions to take, and it'll call this function. All right, but this is what it looks like. You can see here there's no action set loaded. So because there's no action set loaded, it'll get loaded in a second, but there's no actual buttons to press here. But you can see as soon as the action set's loaded, it says press X to attack. I don't know why it's zoomed in on top of my head. Something is messed up here. I wonder what it is. Let me check that out. Yeah, because that wasn't a problem like 5 minutes ago. It had to have been when I moved my character up. I'm guessing that when I did it, I kind of messed something up. Let me check here. It's possible that I did it in the wrong node. Let's see. There's nothing weird like that. Or maybe I guess my camera. It's possible. Nothing there. Okay. Pretty strange. Hey, appreciate it, Francisco. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate that. I try to stream twice a week, and then I try to lay out shorts as often as possible. But I definitely prefer high quality shorts. And yeah, I'm gonna open up Discord real quick so I can share the link. It's tough, but we do hang out in Discord quite a bit. So if you're ever interested in joining our Discord and hanging out, you know, you're always welcome. I need to fix my scripts to automatically pull in the right Discord link, but I feel like it resets all the time on me. It's my fault, I'm sure, but there we go. And then I do have a Steam page as well. So if you're interested in this game, it will be available on Steam. I do need to figure out why all of a sudden it's going so far above my character. I wonder if it has to do with this. That is +1 is all. So it zoomed in my feet prior. Now it's zoomed in my head. Let me scroll over here and look at my character. Maybe I can tell what happened. All right. Sorry, I need like a 3D mouse. It's hard to navigate sometimes. All right, so this is my character. She's obviously floating in the air, which is okay. I mean, she teleports to the right spot. Let's see. Now that my box didn't change. Let's see. And then here's if you're interested in wishlisting the game, there's my Steam page. Okay. So, yeah, what's going on here? Why am I zooming into like... This should be pretty easy code to fix. I'm not like too concerned, but yeah, zooming in like a foot over where it should be. Or a meter. We'll fix that. Today's stream is going to be kind of chill. I'm going to be working the tutorial side of it, but I'm also going to jump in and fix a few bugs when they come up. I'm trying to get a demo out, or at least a playtest. And so Discord is where I'll be sharing that playtest. It'll be on Steam, but okay. Well, it's fixed itself. It could have been something weird. This looks okay though. So yeah. So then I'll make sure. So now it says, yeah, press X to attack, which is good. You can see that. That's great. So the next thing I want to do is I want to, instead of just calling it every time like it is, I want to actually dynamically call it when I want to. I also need to make sure I need another one. So this is actually like a display digital tutorial. I need an analog version as well. The analog version is going to be for analog controls, obviously. So analog. Oh yeah, Zesta Boy. Yeah, Godot could definitely run like GTA 3. No doubt in my mind at all. It's pretty powerful now. I think with Godot 4, like you could do almost any 3D game. I think the only thing like that it would be hard to do compared to like when you're comparing to like Unreal, right? Is like realism. Hey Francisco, appreciate that. I'm glad your brother likes to watch my videos. I do like making them, right? And I like sharing Godot information. I think Godot is a very good game engine. It's open source too, so if there was anything you couldn't do, Zesta Boy, you can always submit requests to go have a new feature, like if you're missing something. But there's new stuff all the time, so not too bad. And so this one, instead of being a digital action, will be an analog. I think that's what it's called, global.analog actions. All the rest will be the same. So instead of, you know what? Maybe instead of this, right? Instead of having two of these, I should just have, let me do this. I think I'm gonna keep just one of them and just have display tutorial. But I will pass in, so instead of this, I'll just pass in, what is that, an int? I mean, yes, I can keep that, I guess. This is an enumeration. I'll just pass in action. I'll keep it generic. And so, and instead of this, global digital actions, action, is that what I call it the whole time? Let's see. So instead of, I'll do use that, and I'll say action handle. And this I will do like this. I think this should work. What is it not like? Display tutorial. Oh, there's an extra L display. Okay, that's not too bad. Let me see if that works real quick. I can just save, actually. I don't even have to reboot. Actually, let me change this to like press with a couple extra S's, just to make sure it's actually updating. Now you should see press with a bunch of extra S's. There you go. All right, so it did work. Let's see. When did I start videos? I think it was like 6 months ago or so, maybe 6 or 7 months ago that I started. But I started basically just streaming, and I made a couple shorts. That was just clips of my streams. My last short, which was like several weeks ago, but a lot's been going on. I took a little bit more time and made it more like a tutorial. I want to do that more. I really liked making that short. I thought it was a lot more fun than, just taking clips of my stream. And on top of that, I think it's a lot more useful. So, you download Godot, you make a character controller, something like Fallout 3 with GTA 3 looking models. Needs texture streaming. Yeah, I just researched it. I mean, I'm pretty limited to like the type of game I've made in Godot, so I'm not sure what you mean by texture streaming. But I think you could do open world though. I think it's possible. It'd be hard, right? But I think you would do it, but I think you might have to load and unload textures, which you can do in Godot. So I'm not sure. I'm sure there's a way around it if you were interested in it. Like, is it going to be easy? No. Open world game anywhere is going to be very, very hard, right? But I think it's probably doable. Okay, I think that's the only thing. So I don't think I call out digital. Oh, I do call this out here. That's get digital action origins. Okay. I may have to have two of these actually. Let's go back. Okay, the reason why I think I have to have two of these is because there are two different functions. And this actually keeps me from making some mistakes here. All right, I think I'm gonna keep digital analog. And then analog, I need to have get analog action origins. I may combine them at some point. We'll see. Analog action. This would be analog actions. There we go. Cool. And then, so what I'll do now, let me test this real quick. Nothing should change. Actually, it should go back to press. And it did. You can see that. And then I'll change this to analog. Analog tutorial. And I'll say use analog actions.move to move. I mean, this is super simple. Only reason I'm doing this is just testing it out and making sure all my functions work correctly. Look at that. Use left stick to move. Oh, on the, hold up. There you go. Use left stick to move. That looks good. Cool. I like that a lot. Yeah. All right, that looks pretty good. And I think I want, okay, so one more thing I think I want is the image, like the button to blink. And that I think is actually really easy. I think I'm just gonna attach a button icon or a script to this button icon. And I'll say alpha, or let's see. Is it under texture? Interesting. I actually don't see. Okay, modulate. All right, yeah. So I was about to say I don't see a modulate, but I see it now. It's just over here at canvas item. So basically what I'll say is modulate equals modulate dot A for alpha equals sine of, let's see, we'll say time. Time. Will that work? Should be float. Okay, no, that will not work. But I can just sine of counter. Variable counter. Float. And then I can say that equals 0. And then I can have down here. Everything like code must go to. Yeah, that's fine. I don't actually. I guess I don't really need that. It will turn into a float. Okay, and then I'll say counter plus equals 0.01. I think that should work. I probably need to do a little bit more here. I think I need to half this. The reason why I think I need a half sine is because sine goes from -1 to 1, and I think I want it to go from 0 to 1. If alpha is on raw, I think alpha's on raw. We'll find out. I mean, if it doesn't show up, then I'll know. And then I want to add 1. All right, let's test this out. Basically, I want it to zoom in and out. That's it. Oh shoot, I did it to the wrong. I did it to the wrong button icon. But I think that script can be used everywhere, so I think that's okay. Okay, yeah, it's fine. All right, let's see what it looks like. It's not loading the script. Oh, because I gotta reset it because I declared a new variable and that variable doesn't exist. Yeah, I appreciate it, Francisco. It's true. And yeah, I think, you know, to me it's fun to stream, whether I have like 1 chatter or 10. It's still a lot of fun, so I'm good either way. It is a lot of fun. But yeah, I appreciate the encouragement. We have had a lot of growth. I mean, I've met a lot of cool people here. Okay, so let's see if that is fading. I don't see it modulating at all. Let me use a larger number here real quick. And then I'm kind of thinking maybe, let me just print what this modulate value is. Print modulate. That'll tell me what the, we'll see it here in a second. Let's see. So it is modulating, but it's modulating really fast now. Okay, and it's going to like from like 0 to 2, or from half to 2. Okay. So the sine is not returning. So the sine's not going from -1 to 1. It's going from half to 1.5 now. So I just need to add 1/2 there. Probably oh yeah, because I'm dividing it by half to. Okay, that makes sense. So now it's going from 0 to 1. All right, yes, that looks good. I mean, that doesn't look good. It's way too fast. I need it to go slower. So then I could just adjust this counter. Instead of plus equals 1, I'm actually going to plus equals, we'll call it fade speed. And then I have a constant up here. Fade speed equals 0 dot, we'll say 0.5. I'm going to have to reset this again to test it out. It's fine. All right, let's check it out. See what it looks like. I'm gonna eat a cracker while we're doing this. All right, you see it kind of flashing there? That looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks good. I like it. Okay, now I just need to send signals for essentially when to show the tutorial items. That's good. I like it. It is coming along. I agree. Yeah. The longer YouTube videos definitely bring more fans together. But yeah, in the Discord we have a good time though. We've got a lot of game devs in there, and there's some really smart people. All right, so that's working well. I can get rid of this print statement. Super simple function here. There it is in its entirety. It just flashes that button there, which we saw. Okay, so that's good. Now what I have to do is, instead of this, I can have this like this. I want the digital one back. Digital actions dot attack. Say to attack. Hey, thanks Francisco, I appreciate it. I have enjoyed making this game quite a bit. It is a lot of fun. All right, we pass. Cool. Now what I want to do is, okay, so this HBox container, we're going to rename this to tutorial input. Basically, I'm renaming the node down there. And then what we'll do is, I guess after, while I'm in free roam, you know what? Actually, I have this initial lighting here, initial brighten, that lasts for 60 seconds. I'm kind of thinking I can use it. This is right after it starts, just to kind of start brightening it up. I think I can use it to pass functions over to this tutorial input. So we'll start off and we'll have display analog tutorial, arguments, string. Ooh, that's the only problem, is it really wants an integer there. Which is okay, I guess. It's just kind of annoying that I have to put an integer in there instead of my enum. Let's see. What I could also do is call, what might be better is if I call function in here to display each tutorial. So like on my tutorial inputs, I can just have different functions in here to do the different ones. So like function, and maybe I say like move tutorial. I don't need an input for it. And then what that would be is display analog tutorial. It's actually this right here. That's it. Okay, I think that's a good way to do it. Yeah, and then I need one for function clear tutorial. And basically I would just say here for clear tutorial, get parent dot visible equals false. And then when I'm ready here, I'll say visible equals false. Or get parent dot visible or I'll say just clear tutorial. Perfect. And then on these, I'll say get parent dot visible equals true. Do I need to do get parent? Actually, I may be able to just do, yeah, I can actually just do visible. I don't have to do get parent. Thanks, appreciate it, Francisco. I'm not a software developer, so my code is a little bit sloppy. But you know, I can make things work. All right, so there's a move tutorial, and then I'll have one that is camera tutorial. Camera. So this is gonna be camera. I know, Lunatic. I'm trying really hard to type out everything, to use all the type annotations, but we're making progress. To move camera. Check out, here's what we're doing here. This is kind of weird how I'm doing this. The reason I'm doing this, Lunatic, is because I couldn't, okay, so the reason, look, so I was just gonna pass directly to these functions and change the inputs, but you can see here, it really wants an integer there, and I really want to use my enumerations. So instead, I'm just calling these out, which I think is okay, because I can come in here and change them. Like if I want to come change them, I just go to tutorial input, and I can change what the tutorial looks like. So I think, personally, it's okay. So you can tell me what you think, though. All right, we'll see if this works. I don't know if this will work, but we'll check. All right, let's try this out. I think it will. Nothing looks like it shouldn't work. Everything looks like it should. All right. No, I do. I gotta get convince QA that that's the right thing to do. Hey, I also made these flash. I haven't gotten rid of this yet. It's hanging out. You've inspired this for now. I'll probably end up getting rid of it, but I do like it. All right, let's see. Also changed the color of my fog. It's no longer black, which I think works better for the dream sequence that I'm building. So you can see the use L to move there. Use R to move camera. Those need to hang out for a little longer, but yes, that is working. All right, I like it a lot. And then I can just control how long they stay on the screen via this animation thing. I am sad, yeah, GScript doesn't support generics. Good, I'm glad you got it moved over to C#. Yeah, so you can't have, I think what you were saying, you can tell me what you were saying, but I think what you were saying was basically, like, you can't have a generic piece of code that doesn't care what the type is and does whatever you want, and then it changes over time. Once you set something as a float, it's gonna stay afloat forever. So like your setters and getters have to be specific. That's cool, Francisco. Well, I hope the Philippines are good. I hear they're beautiful. All right. Now I just need to make the button ones. Sorry for chewing into the mic. So you can have strongly typed or dynamically typed, right? As long as enough time. And then I need these to fade out. I'll work on that in a second. It's like 10 seconds is probably enough. So 0 to 10. So generic's a template. You can declare. Ah, yes, gotcha. That makes sense. Ah, man. I hear you. I do think Godot has limitations, but you know, I'm not smart enough to run into them. So, but GDScript has limitations. I'm not smart enough to run into them. Maybe when I'm smart enough one day, I'll start running into limitations and start coding in C#. All right. Yeah, I went and got a when my internet went down for a little bit, and while it was down, I went and got a deli meat tray. But now I've got to eat crackers on stream, which I hope it's not too crunchy into the mic. Gotcha. Understood. Yeah, understood. All right, so use this to move. That's probably too long. And then I'm thinking if you start using it, you start using this. Hey, that's awesome, Francisco. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for joining. I'm glad I'm glad y'all are able to enjoy the videos and that it works out. I did see your code, but I mean, it's good code, right? It's very good code. You know, I'm not quite there yet, but I get it. Hey, I did make this cool shader. This little tile is here because I was testing a shader out. I use it in battle, and I'll show you it here in a second. But check this out. It does paint me, which is interesting. So anyway, I'll show you what that shader was for. I have nobody in Twitch. Yeah, so I have one viewer in Twitch potentially, but it might just be me. Yeah, you are my chat log. I do have viewers on my my vertical stream, right? So I'm streaming vertically as well. That's kind of where the multiple conversations are going. So I've got 3 streams going right now technically. See, this is my new grid shader. I'm not sure I'm in love with it right now, right? Like, it's okay. It does follow terrain, which is kind of cool. But I don't know that I love it. It's all right. The sand. Oh, what if the sand had footprints? That would be cool, Francisco. I need to make something like that happen. Right now, you can tell there's not a lot of texture on the sand. Right, Lunatic. Yeah, it doesn't show vertical chat because Restream only supports the free version anyway. Only supports up to 2 streams. So I'm using a different plugin to stream vertically, which I do like streaming vertically. It makes a big difference. Yeah, but yeah, footprints would be cool in the sand. I do have like some particles that pop up. I'll have to think about how to do that. And that's one thing too, is with this new thing, it kind of highlights people, which I think is kind of cool. I'm not sure 100% how I feel about it, but it's cool at least, right? You can definitely tell who you're attacking. So anyway, I have finished mapping all of my actions now, so everything is playable now with Steam input map, which is kind of nice. What if the footprints had sand? That's thinking outside the box. That's pretty cool. That would be pretty sweet. Yeah, Terrain is one thing I need to do soon. I have like this mountain. I just made this terrain in Blender. Actually, I just made it. Just a simple thing to start with, you know. But there is a terrain tool in Godot that I want to use that I think will be a bit better. And enumerated types input map. Oh yeah, yeah. I do have enumerated types for my input map now. Yeah, and it all works. And it's all enumerated, and everything's working great now, so. All right. I'm gonna play through this real quick. I'm probably gonna get demolished here in a second by her. She just does. I mean, she can't miss, practically. I could put destroyed cities. Yeah, that would be cool, I think. I think you can do that sort of, like, I should do that sort of thing. There is going to be, I think, like a book and some other stuff up there to support the story. But I'm not quite there yet. Used to play terrain back in the StarCraft 1 days. I do have StarCraft, actually. So I haven't played. Let me see if you can see it from here. StarCraft. Right there. Right, look at that. StarCraft. I own it. That makes me legitimate, I think. But yeah, I think destroyed cities would be cool. Definitely need something interesting. For now, it's just kind of meh, right? I need something a little bit more interesting for the demo or for the playtest. I don't want to call it a demo too much because, like, the point is to get data. But hopefully it's fun. Like, I think it's kind of a fun game. So, we'll see. We will see. Also, I haven't casted spells this whole time. But I should. Yeah, I think that gives me some clout. Alright, so now I can deal more damage. I actually deal a lot more damage. So I do have quite a few spells implemented. But right now I'm not testing spells, so. Okay, I should die here any minute now. There we go. So I'm dead. Alright. Now I've respawned, but I'm stuck in the sand. So I need to go fix that. Yeah, Francisco, you got great ideas. Global input pointer. I miss what you mean. All right. Let's see. So that felt pretty good there. Let's see. I think what I want to do here now, I need to make sure when I teleport back, which I think is the death animation. How am I doing that? Doing it down here in my death animation player, I believe. Game over animation player. It's always pointing at the selected input item. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I added it back. I need to hide it, but it's good for now. Where did I put my player dying? It might be in my player script for unconsciousness. Oh, full heal right here. So let's see here. Position equals starting position. Okay. So I just have, okay, that's what it is. So I've got a starting position here. Is that an exported variable? Yes. So I really just need this to be like 3. I need to like just fall onto the heaping pile of sand. What about people in the cities? That is a good idea. People in cities would be good. Some NPCs to interact with. Yeah, Kamikaze, I feel you. That is annoying. I've already dealt with it, right? And I've only been through 2 versions. But yeah, changing node names is kind of annoying. And Francisco, yeah, I need to do all sounds. I need sounds when I'm running. I need sounds when I attack. I need voice actors. There's a lot I need to go add. Maybe I'll do my own voice acting. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. But yeah, this global input pointer just points at everything. I love it. I love it. Okay, but the tutorial went well. Everything looks pretty good. I need to add the next part, so I think I might do the other one first. So like right now I have moving first. I might say like use blah to look around. Let's see. So instead of to move camera, I'll say to look around. Maybe those should be capitalized. So use blah to look around, use blah to move it. I think I'm going to do the look around first in the animation here. So I think I'm going to do, instead of move tutorial, I'm going to do camera tutorial first. And I think that needs to run for like no more than like 5 seconds. Okay. And then at 10 seconds, we're going to do the move tutorial. And that's going to run for let's see, that was at 15, right? It's going to run for another 5 seconds. Oh, it's 10. I guess that works. No, I don't want it to run that long. Let's do like 15 here. All right, so I'm going to run camera tutorial for 5 seconds. Start. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Tried following a tutorial and abandoned it because you didn't find the rigid 3D body. Ah, interesting. Yeah, so here's what really helps with that. First off, know what version your tutorial was made in, right? And then just say this. Say, hey, I have what is rigid 3D body in Godot for? This is what I do. Replay. Oh, so that's saying rigid 3D body is a thing in Godot 4. But you're saying it's not. Dang, ChatGPT might fail me here. Rigid body 3D is real. So it's a little bit confused, but not too bad. Let's see. Anyway, this is what I do. I just come in here and I ask it questions. And I say, hey, what should I be doing here? Yes, I do need monsters. Yeah, a forest would be good. I'm trying to think of what like the opening scene needs to be. I do like this opening scene, I think. So the goal here is that the story is that you are dreaming when you first start the game. So you're gonna kind of go into a dream. And that dream, so you got this to look around, which is good. And so this dream basically is going to be your first introduction to magic. And you're going to be from a world that's never experienced magic before. And so that's kind of the point, the story of the game is magic gets introduced to the world and you're going to be learning magic at the same time everybody else is. So this dream you're having is going to be wild, right? So you're going to come in here. You're gonna go fight. You're gonna go fight in this dream. Here, you know, depending on in the game, like the actual game, depending on what weapons you choose, that'll impact some of your character's stats. And then you'll start out with kind of a set of those weapons, and then based on your weapon, you get different spells. I'll show you here. I've fleshed out a lot of the sword spells. It's definitely where I'm furthest along in terms of spells. Let's see. All right, so here I have things like haste, right? So, and then one thing to note too is you can start seeing some of the rain. The more lightning spells you cast, the more water is concentrated in the atmosphere, so the more it's going to rain. But it's kind of hard to see it in this texture, and probably on stream as well. But I'll keep casting a couple, and it'll start raining harder. You can see it a little better. Also, I need to get out of the thing here. Off the hill. I need to dynamically set the camera based on your elevation too. Yeah, you can kind of see the rain there. Definitely need better shaded textures on the sand. It's really hard to see anything, obviously. But about a kid who was an astral warrior. That sounds cool, like from another dimension type thing. All right. So there you go. I have a couple other cool spells. Let's see. I have this rain dance spell. Oh, it's not letting me use rain dance. Weird. Okay. I need to see what's going on there. That's a glitch. That should let me use rain dance. Uh-oh. Soft locked. No. Just the opening sequence, Kamikaze. Let's see why I soft locked. Oh, astral planes where you go when you dream at night. That's cool. I got you. That makes sense. No, just the opening sequence is going to be a dream just to let you be overpowered. So you're going to start kind of with a bunch of spells and be way overpowered. And then you'll wake up and you'll be like a farmer. So the idea is that you're basically a farmer. Yeah, I switched over to free roam controls. That's weird. I wonder why I switched to free roam controls. Okay, I have to figure out what that's about. Very, very weird. Huh. All right, well, it's a bug. Let me pull up Trello and note it. But yeah, so the opening sequence, you start out kind of in a dream, just so you can kind of test out magic and stuff. Then you wake up, you've never heard of magic. And then at some point, I'm thinking you'll get into a fight without magic, and you'll start seeing the little orb things that kind of fall down on you when you're casting magic, or kind of absorb into your hand. You'll start seeing those kind of come down, and the story is essentially the Chronicle of Greed, right? So the Chronicles follow the 7 virtues, or the corresponding 7 deadly sins. And so the Chronicle of Greed, which I think the other one is, what, charity? Would have been gone from evil hands, like so from some evil wizard who's hoarding all the magic, greed, to good hands, which changed it from the Chronicle of Greed to the Chronicle of Charity. And so magic gets spread throughout the world. And so you're going to be learning magic, the enemies are going to be learning magic, a lot of people have access to magic, and so everyone's going to kind of be studying it, because up till now, at least in all of history, it's going to have been Chronicle of Greed. So nobody except this one wizard had magic, and they weren't like flaunting it or anything. So yeah, that's kind of what it is. And so the story is you're going to be going to collect the Chronicles, the 7 deadly sins or the 7 heavenly virtue Chronicles, and you get powers as you get those Chronicles. So that's it. That's kind of the story there. I think it's got a lot of room to grow. I think there's some cool things you can do with it. Like you have the little map in the top right that shows you your environmental current environmental impact, right? For like different spells. That's gonna be something you learn. So first, I think you're gonna become like attuned with it, and maybe you have like a color where you can kind of see kind of what your affinity for those different spells are based on the environment. And then I'm thinking there will be people studying magic from a technological standpoint, right? And when they study magic from that technological standpoint, they invent something that lets you like actually visualize it, and that's when you're going to get that UI control to see it. So that's kind of what that is. All right, that did feel better. I do want it to fade. I'm wondering if I can set the modularity of this. A super boss would be good. And that's actually what this girl is. She's definitely going to be a super boss. I just haven't programmed in her to be able to cast any magic. So Okay, so what I want to do here then, instead of visible equals true, I think I want to lerp from 0 to 100. Wait, how do I do this? Lerp. Let's look this up. I can't remember how to make a lerp. Oh, yeah, so what do I say? Rotation equals lerp angle. Oh, no, I don't want lerp. I want, what are these called? It's not a lerp. It is a... You kind of had the same idea in your story? Gets trained in the astral, later learns... Oh, yeah. Kind of like Neo. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. And so in the dream world, this is going to be the only dream in the game. You should have a sea with fishes with the ability to fish. That's a good job. That's a good idea for Francisco. But yeah, so this is going to be the only dream sequence in the game, I think. Or at least the only one I have planned. And so your guy's going to wake up and think it's just nonsense. But okay, so I want to create... What is this called? It's not a lerp. But it's not a linear interpolation. Hold up. Let's ask ChatGPT because I'm having a hard time describing it. Okay. There is a function in Godot. No, each sin's not... I'm going to have it all in one game. That would be cool. That would let me extend it out. I guess you could do each sin as one game. I never considered that, Kamikaze. It would keep my series alive for a while. I was planning on putting all 7 in one game, but if you did one per game, that is interesting. I'm gonna think about that. If I have enough story to tell based on one, which I could, right? If someone's trying to go hoard the magic for themselves again, and you need to go collect that, that'd be cool. But I do like the idea of collecting the 7 books, and your character becoming a lot stronger every time they collect one. So with that, you'd probably do one game. That is a good idea, though. I like it. You could. A tween. It's called a tween. Let's see the syntax for creating that. All right. This is basically what I want. I feel like I made that way more complicated there, but I think this is all I need to do. So I would say get tree dot create tween dot tween property node. This is going to be modulate. It's going to be self modulate. I'm gonna go from 0 to 1.0. What is that? Dot bind? I don't want to bind anything. Is that it? That might work. Yeah, that could be cool though. I mean, because I'd already have the engine and everything, so then it would just be telling a story. And yeah, I could have it on different islands as well. Francisco's developing the whole story as well, which is pretty good. Pretty good. But yeah, that could be really interesting. I'll have to think about that. All right, so then I would just keep this visible the whole time. Modulate from 1 to 0. 0 to 1. Let's see what that looks like. I didn't set a time on this, so I feel like this isn't quite right. Let me see what else I have to do in here. If node, I create a tween. I mean, I guess I try it, see what it looks like, see if it works. I just didn't specify how long it should take, so I feel like it's not going to work. I feel like somewhere I need to be specifying how long it's going to take. I also don't know what bind does. So then I have Chronicles of Virtue Greed. Chronicles of Virtue That'd be cool. Or charity, whatever I want to call it. Man, I like that idea a lot, though, Kamikaze. That did not work. Okay. Let's go back to this. Let's go study tween property. Tween. The Abe's Odyssey. I've never heard of Abe's Odyssey. I'll have to look it up. That would give me, man, that would give me so much extra time. Missions would be good, Francisco. I could do that. Okay, so object, this. As relative. Let's see what these properties are. Final val and duration. Okay. It appends. Okay. So let's. So final val is 1. I'll do duration 1. 0. I'll do as relative because I'm assuming that means it's relative to what I'm. Oh, no. I don't want to do it as relative. Let's see if that works. I don't use a lot of tweens. They are pretty powerful, though. All right. Again, sorry for eating crackers into the mic here. Animals be good, too. All right, let's see. Okay, that did not work. If it works, it should disappear as soon as we start. It sounds like an interesting premise, at least. We should ask ChatGPT. So this wants me to put an initial value? I don't think that's right. Looks like the duration and target value are missing or incorrect. Oh, okay. I mean, this does help. Yeah, that makes sense. So I should do this. Which makes sense. Because it's color that I'm modulating. Even though I'm really only doing the alpha. Actually, yeah, I'll just do that like that. And maybe I should do a color selector instead of this hard-coded stuff here. Well, I mean, it's not like I'm actually doing a color. I'm just doing the alpha channel. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that is cool. Yeah. That sounds really cool. What's up, Orbum? Hey, I get it. Well, glad you, yeah, I think it's a pretty slow day on Twitch today. But no. How's it going? Good to see ya. How's your stream? Did you have a good time? We're working a tutorial. So pretty soon you'll learn how to play the game. All right, yeah, that looks great. So it should fade. Oh, it just disappears. I need it to fade out. Good. Stream was better than Monday. Nice. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Okay, I don't like that it just disappears, but maybe that's okay. Why is it just disappearing? Oh, it's a puzzle platformer. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I guess that makes sense. So it's like you take over the enemies and go do your puzzle stuff. Very cool. Well, sweet, Orbum. Are you... Oh, hold up. Wait. When you pop in, I gotta make sure I'm not slacking. Hold up. Hold up. There you go. Well, cool. What'd you get done? Did you, I think last time... Oh, it's been a little bit since I popped in your stream, I think. Last time, I think you were working... So let's see, you're doing combos, and then you were watching that, it was like a Laugh You Lose video or something. I think that was the last time I was in your stream. It's been a bit. Oh, that's why. Okay. Easy peasy. All right, and then I want to set modulate when I first start. So on ready, I'll just do modulate equals this. Fix the box wave trigger, restyle the first weapon. Nice. That sounds fun. I got you. That makes sense. Cool, Kamikaze. I'm gonna check it out. That sounds cool. It's Abe's Odyssey. It sounds interesting. Oh, the fist weapon. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. That's cool. Your game's coming along. It's getting close. I'm super excited about your you finishing the audiobook. So I can catch up. My brother is he's finished book 2 because he reads physical books or Kindle maybe. But I'm behind because I listen. I don't know how to read. So we'll see. We'll see there. I'm excited about it. I bet. Yeah, I bet it was. Weird. Okay, I had a weird glitch. I have this weird glitch sometimes where the camera does all wonky stuff. I need to figure that one out. Yeah. I hate when series do that, Kamikaze. You kind of expect more and you only get a few. So, Orm, you've finished writing the 3rd book, is that right? Or are you still working on the 3rd book? All right, let's see. I need to figure out why it's doing that. Oh, you gotta focus on it fully now, though? Okay. So yeah, use this to look around. That looks good. Yeah, that looks great. And then it should pop up here. Use L to move. Yes. That looks good. And then we'll do a jump. We'll do X. We don't even really need to do X to attack because you don't really use that out here. So we'll do just jump. Actually, we'll do jump later because you actually need to jump later. So now you kind of wander around and you're like, what's going on? And then at some point here, you see this green thing and you're like, what is that? You start running towards it. And I went way up the mountain, but I'm glad you could still see it. So then you run over to it and you see this little cart. And that disappears. And then it'll say, like, whenever you enter the cart, it's going to say, press A to interact. That'll be pretty easy. All right. And then you can come in here and you can select your weapon. It'll talk through there. The tutorial will pop up and kind of talk through all of the different options and things, which would be good. Yeah, it's coming along. All right. Cool. Thanks, appreciate it. Yeah, my indicator in the top left, that's gonna go away, but yeah. Yeah, with the Steam Input API, I think I was telling you about it a little bit. It automatically detects what kind of controller you're using and then uses the glyphs from that controller. So if I had a PlayStation controller in there, when that tutorial popped up, it would show like the PlayStation stuff instead of the Xbox stuff, which is pretty cool. But yeah, coming along. And so I need to talk how to fight, and then I'll have a thing. Yeah, for sure. It's super handy, and it makes it super easy because check this out. When I decide that I don't like the buttons, right? Check it. I don't even have to. I can just come in here. Oops. I can come in here and I can actually edit them. And so if I wanted to swap, I guess not in free roam. If I wanted to swap, select, and cancel, I can do that. And now X is select and A is cancel, which is pretty sweet. That makes my job here a lot easier because I don't have to go design one of these screens like this. So that's pretty cool. And then I redid the shaders around my characters, so now they work on terrain, which is nice. It's coming along. All right. So yeah, so I'm gonna I'll go ahead and add the select thing. I'll probably stream for like 15 more minutes or so. I'm getting pretty tired. It's been a long week really with the tornadoes and stuff. We had some pretty bad tornadoes, like less than 5 miles from me, a couple of houses down. Yeah, it's been crazy. It's for sure been crazy. All right, so the next tutorial then I'm going to do is the and actually I don't actually have to have this. Let's put it here anyway. So I'm just going to have the function. This is going to be the interact tutorial. Could be the same thing. And it'll say press, analog actions, digital actions. These are actually digital actions to interact with, I'll call it the war cart. Cool. Let's try. And then what I need to do is I need to trigger that by, okay, I need to link it up to the carriage. Let's see. How do I want to do that? Let's access. Let's see. On ready. So I'll have export var cart node. Is that how I do the other connects to there? Let me see where else I connect to the cart. Or maybe it's in the carriage script that I do that. Oops. So for character in priority list connect, I do connect that way. Oh, that's not too bad because I can do on area entered, player active, emit current player. So where does that go? It's going to go to the character. Oh, but I'm not actually... it doesn't look like I'm actually connecting that to anything. Let's look for player active. I do connect to... Oh, it's just hard connected. Okay. That's not bad, though. I could send that to the player. Yeah, I could send that to the player just by saying area entered. Connect. Oh, on area entered. Yeah, so I'm getting close. I'm getting close here. I will release it on Steam. I need your help to build it on Mac. So download Godot. I'll get some instructions to how to build it, and I will give you my repo. I need to learn how to do that. Character dot set interaction. All right. Appreciate it. Oh, I just need to actually, this should just be player active dot connect. Okay, that should do it. And then so current player. Yeah, I need to figure it out. I don't know a lot about making a Mac build. I imagine though, like the big thing I think is you need Mac hardware. I'm hoping that it's not like I've got to go change a bunch of variables. Everything's written in GDScript, which should have no knowledge of the processor, right? So I'm guessing it'll be pretty easy to do here. Okay, so clear interaction. I think I had function enable interaction. Character. If character equals self. Man, I don't like this at all. This seems so just roundabout. Oh, you know what? I don't have to do this. I don't have to do this at all. All right, good. I did not want to do it this way. Okay. The reason I don't have to do it is because I already have actions triggering within my cutscene animations. So when I go to brighten environment, this is triggered by the carriage, actually. Oh, and I already call out the car. Nice, okay. So what I can do then is I can just add a track here for a call method. And I can call the tutorial input. And I can add a function here that says press interact tutorial. Yeah, I really didn't think it should matter. It should be really easy to do. Okay. That should work. Whew. But I do have to get my full build thing, and then I've got to go load that build to Steam, which should be fine. Like, it should be fine. It'll be fine. I'm hoping you don't have to, like, build it with Steam as the target or something, you know? Make it complicated. We'll see. Otherwise, I'll set you as a developer on it, and then we can set up a build pipeline from your Mac. Yeah, I think it should work fine. All right, so let's see. So now when I enter the carts area, it should, after it brightens up, press A to interact with war cart. See that? Nice. I like it. How long is it going to stay there? Oh, I didn't ever clear it. So it's going to stay there indefinitely. What I should do, actually, better idea. I should make all tutorials. So what I can do is I can just set a timer. I'll just grab a timer. And just wait like 5 seconds. All right, man. Well, thanks for popping in. Get some sleep. Catch you later. Have a good one. Clear tutorial. Okay. That's a better way to do this. So then I can set each one. I don't have to worry about anything. And then I can come up here and I can just get rid of these clear tutorials. I like that much better. All right, we're coming along. I think this is my last one here. I may do the zoom ones. I don't have the zoom ones yet. So I'll add them. Catch you later, Francisco. Thanks for popping in. I could do shooting stars when it's night out. That's pretty cool. Interesting. Oh, it's average. Okay. Sorry. I saw a weird stat. A to interact with the war cart. Pretty cool. All right. That's good. All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I'm getting exhausted here. So, yeah. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. And I will catch you on the next one here. Again, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you soon.